It's time for Ask Dr. Ryu. Guess who's here? Dr. Ryu Sang-hyo. Good morning.
안녕하세요. Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Ryu. I'm the certified doctor. I'm a real doctor.
He is. He is a real doctor. He is indeed. And you're in this lovely marigold yellow today, signifying fall is here.
Yeah, you know, my wife always says this to me. Wow, you don't change your clothes so often. It's because once I pick up kind of some clothes, I wear it for about a year. Not a year,
really?
Not a year, a week. Sorry.
A week, okay.
A week. Sorry, not a year.
I was going to say.
Oh my goodness. What's got into me?
Not a year, just a week.
Just
Okay.
a week. Okay.
Thank you for clarifying. Do you have any 괴담s for us or like 음모론 that you know you've heard that they've kind of stuck with you, even though you probably think like, oh, it's probably not true, but
yeah, on my way to the studio, I just heard that, and then something just pops up in my mind.
Yes, which one?
It was if you do cross your leg, your mommy is gonna die sooner or later. That's what mommy told me when I was young.
Really?
Yeah.
다리를 이렇게 꼬.
Yeah, that's right. I think she wanted to teach me how to respect elders. That's why she mentioned it. And so I looked it up on the internet. It's totally not true.
You had to look it up?
Yeah.
What about this one? 다리 떨면 복 나간다.
I heard it many times.
Tweety Bird. She's saying that one. 맞아요. I think that's just to get, you know, your little ones like to stop. Because it's contagious though.
Yeah.
Because you see someone doing it. We have a producer at BFM. 장 부장님, I'm calling you out. He like shakes his leg and it's like a 지진이에요. Like you can feel it from across the room.
Yeah, I do that a lot of times because I'm a pretty good drummer.
Oh,
so
you
I used to practice my kick leg skills.
Oh, with the bass drum.
Yeah, bass drums. That's right.
Oh, nice. We're learning so much about you today.
Yeah.
Dr. Ryu is a drummer. Well, we got to jump into some medical stuff. So, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about there are some kind of, is it a myth or not?
Oh, 진짜? Okay, which one?
Okay. Feel a cold and starve a fever.
That's like an old saying we've heard in English, right? So how would we say that in Korean?
감기에는 감기를 굶기고
아니요?
감기를 먹이고 sorry, the other way around. What's going to Okay. 감기를 굶기고 열을
반대.
감기를 먹이고 열은 정말 굶겨야 된다.
네.
Yeah. So when you're febrile, you have to you gotta fast or you gotta starve yourself.
Is it true though?
No, it's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. But the first half is right. Feel cold. That's kind of it makes sense.
Because if you have a cold, you should be eating well?
That's right. That phrase goes way back about 500 years ago.
Oh.
People believed that food gave you warmth and energy.
Okay.
So if you were cold, you needed feeding. But if you had a fever at that time, they thought you needed to cool down by eating less. It's really fascinating because centuries later, science has verified that it has been giving us some kind of insight into why part of them might make sense and why part of it doesn't.
Okay. So, eating well.
Yes.
It might help with your immune system fighting?
That's right.
No? Yes?
Yeah, I read an article the other day. It was Guardian, and then the Professor Tom Wilkinson said that it's half true and it is half right. First, let me go with the first one. When you have cold, you gotta eat well because eating well activates immune cells are deployed and they're in action mood. So let's say that if you fast, if you don't eat, if you don't get fed well during cold season, it's like sending your soldiers to the battlefield without supplying any food and without supplying any fuel.
Oh, that's a really good analogy. So we have a better picture. You don't want to send out those soldiers without food or weapons when you're trying to fight a cold. Okay.
No. So, and then that's so true in that sense. But what about starving a fever? And people say that when you have a fever, you have to fast. You don't get fed deliberately. That doesn't make sense because when you have fever, your immune system requires more energy.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that might be some kind of a mistranslation because not starve a fever, rather it should be stave off a fever.
Oh, so feed a cold, stave off a fever.
Yeah.
Meaning like keep it away.
Yeah.
Yes.
That kind of a mistranslation, it's like a linguistic twist. Might have been stuck in our brain for centuries. So good nutrition supports immune regulation and preventing excessive inflammation. So I'd rather say not starve, maybe stave off.
Yes.
They may have been turned into starve.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So now then technically we should be eating well whether we have a cold or a fever. That's irrespective of the cold, or maybe you have a fever because of the cold. But anyways, you should be eating well nonetheless, right?
That's right. But when you have fever, when you got a cold, what happened to your appetite?
It goes down.
It goes down.
Yeah.
It's a natural defense mechanism because when you don't get really that hungry, so the amount of consumption of your food might drops maybe a little bit, and then it deprives of some kind of nutrients into our blood system, and that also detrimental to our bacteria or germs, especially germs and bacteria. So that's why it's another defense mechanism. But if just a little bit of a less appetite we might experience, but don't starve.
Don't starve.
Yes.
근데 I don't know about some people, but I think our producer will agree with me. 이상하게 for me and obviously our producer, she also says this. 근데 감기 걸리면 따뜻한 거 먹고 싶은 그런 사람들도 꽤 있을 것 같아요.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
It does? Okay.
Yes.
So we're not weird.
You're not weird.
Okay.
It totally makes sense because when you're a fever, when you get a cold, the first priority is hydration. You know how much water we lose in a day through not kind of a number one or number two, rather just breathing and instant evaporation through our skin,
yes,
and also sweating. How much water would you think we lose in a day?
I don't know.
About 500 and 1,000 liter. 1,000 milliliter.
Oh, so 1 liter?
In 1 liter. 500cc에서 1리터 정도는, 1리터까지는 숨 쉬는 거랑 땀 흘리는 걸 통해 가지고 이제 물이 날아가죠.
So it evaporates.
That's called insensible loss in medical term.
Okay.
But that insensible loss increases when you are febrile. So you are prone to, get dehydrated.
But then like Leslie says, and I also agree, when I have a fever,
yes,
근데 뭔가 입맛이 없어요. Like when I have a cold, 뭔가 I feel like, I got to eat something warm, maybe soupy, something with a broth. But when I have a cold, a fever, 근데 열날때는 for many people, they're also saying, 근데 열날때는 약간 입맛이 진짜 떨어진다던데요.
That's right, 떨어지는 거야. Yeah, that's.
But we need to hydrate.
You need to hydrate.
On purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. That's the key. That's the key. You hit the nail on the spot. Yes.
Even though we know sometimes it's like, I don't want to eat anything, but we gotta, drink and rehydrate. I see. So, people are asking on the board though.
Yes.
Is there anything in particular, like Tommy and other listeners, anything especially good to fight the cold, the common cold, or when you have a fever? Is there something you might recommend, generally speaking, aside from fluids? What might be good?
Take a rest and try to smile as much or try to laugh as much as, because when you laugh and your immune system goes up, and then you gotta give them opportunity to fight against all those germs. And also, some people say that vitamin C might cure everything, but it's proven that taking vitamin C on a regular basis might prevent or may lower the chance of contracting some viruses.
On a regular basis.
That's right.
Not when you get the cold.
No. So
Okay.
after getting a cold, mega dose vitamin C doesn't do any good for our body in terms of fighting against any germs.
Okay.
And also, I told you, I'm going to say it again, rehydration. Dehydration is the key because you got to take plenty of water.
Yes.
That's the key. And also, you got a flu in that case or some kind of cold. Antibiotics cannot kill those viruses.
Right.
Like like I said the last week.
Sure.
And also, but in case of bacterial infection, you gotta stick to what doctors told you to
I
do.
have a question,
Yes,
Dr. D.
yes, Catherine.
Because this myth, I think you've all heard it. Cold weather makes you get a cold, or like going out with wet hair. Makes you, you've all heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard it many times.
Right. So is that true?
No, it's actually it's one of my favorites because it's a mix of superstitions with half truths.
Yes.
Well, actually, you don't get sick from cold air. You get sick from viruses.
Yes.
The reason is that during the winter season, people stay indoors rather than outdoors, and then we might want to be cooped up in our room and then turn on kind of a heater. And then that means you don't tend to ventilate your room often.
Sure.
So that's a perfect environment for virus to grow and spread. So cold air itself doesn't infect you. Rather, dry air and also living with other people with close proximity might increase the chance of contracting viruses.
So it's not actually going outside in the cold. No. Okay, so myth buster. How about this myth? Sweat it out, because like some people think like, I mean my roommate also says this to me, when he's sick he wants to sweat it out, like go to a sauna or like turn on the electric blanket and sweat it out. I mean, is that a myth?
Actually, it's a myth. I told you, it's sweating doesn't eliminate viruses. Your immune system does that. So overheating can lead to dehydration, I said. So when you're sweating, it means you're insensible loss. You tend to dehydrate yourself.
Yes.
So sweat it out is totally not true.
Not true.
Yeah.
I have another one.
Yes.
Coffee dehydrates you, because I know so many of our listeners out there, they love drinking coffee. So about the whole coffee dehydrating you, is that absolutely true?
Well, it's been a little bit exaggerated because coffee does have a mild diuretic effect. You want to pee after eating some high caffeinated drinks. And then you feel thirsty after that. But that's kind of an exaggeration. Excess caffeine can make you a little bit dehydrated when you are febrile. But in most cases, a lot of Koreans like to drink Americano with lots of water.
Yes.
So it doesn't affect that much to their body. So, yes. So I would say it's okay.
Yes.
But if you are a high caffeine drinker, please drink a lot of water at the same time or during the day. And that's what I'm saying. So coffee dehydrates you. That's kind of exaggeration.
Well, guess what?
Yes.
One of our listeners wants to join in the 아재 gag, apparently. So 태진님 says, 감기가 빨리 낫는 방법은 빨리 감기. 감기에 또 걸리면 되감기. Can we all should we form an 아재 gag club? Because we have so many 아재s here that think they're funny, but I don't know. So if we had to wrap up, what do you want to leave us with, Dr. Liu, today?
Okay. I coined up this kind of a phrase. This is really, really well said. I'm praising
You're praising yourself.
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
Feed your immune system.
Feed your immune system.
Hydrate your body. Rest your brain. And trust your biology.
Oh, trust your body and biology?
Yeah, when you are sick, you might lose a little bit of appetite. But
it's okay?
It's okay. But you drink lots of water and some warm tea.
Yes.
Yeah, that would suffice things for you.
Well, thank you for going over the ins and outs of all these, the cold and the fever part and also the remedies. So we'll check in with you next week. So stay healthy, Dr. Liu.
Thank you. Till next week. Just wait it out. Not
네,
wait it out.
All right, everybody. This was Ask Dr. Liu.